English command. The ref is saying 5 seconds, 5 seconds. Who cares? If this man doesn't know English, he doesn't know what the hell 5 seconds means. Now, shame on his corner for not getting this fighter to tamper down in the last. When he hears the dum 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 or hears anything in the fight, maybe they need to start screaming. But he has to learn how to take it down a notch in the final, at least 5 seconds of the round. Because Lee, this is 3 times. Just on that night, they'd already talked about him being disqualified in a previous fight. And then on this night, he has 2 incidences where he throws a bang-bang shot. He's going hard all the way to the bell, basically. So boxing needs to work on that. I don't really like the situation this young man was put in when he has a ref that's not talking to him in Spanish, and then we disqualify him for not responding. That's all I got on that one, Lee. Look at Darrell won. He moves on, but they need to fix that issue.
They're not.
You would think it's an advantage, right?
Yeah, but they're not, Andrew.
Well, how about the manager and the promoter of the other fighter start talking more about
Here's the thing, the promoter on the other side should make sure that the referee can speak to his client in the ring. I mean, that's just on the promoter.
I think that's a big issue.
I don't know if it's a big issue. It's certainly an issue, but
Lee, that he possibly knocks out Darrell in the next few rounds. Lee, he's winning the fight. His pressure's too much. His power's getting to Darrell. Darrell's losing this fight. That's why some think Darrell stayed down. I'm not going there. I wasn't in the ring. I didn't take the punch. I don't know if Darrell was hurt or if he was acting. Not going there. But there's some that will. And so this kid could have been the champion, or at least the number 1 contender, right? Interim champ leading to a belt. I believe that's. So this is that's the difference between having a ref that can actually talk to your fighter and not. I think that's going to become a bigger issue. As long as the manager's seen what happened last night, because that was pretty sad. It was pretty sad, and I think an argument, if this kid, let me say this, if this kid didn't have the history of hitting after the bell, I think there's an argument this morning that wasn't a punch after the bell. He threw a 3-punch combo, and the bell rang. It's like on the second punch after that one, or I would say the third one's leaving, the bell rings. It was not truly after the bell. It was sort of at the bell, Lee, and that's a bang-bang situation. But with the history, no, they did cute him.
Yeah, I get it. I don't know if it merits, him actually getting punched by Team Darrell.
No, it does. And you know what? Well, the blackout happened, Lee. The American Boxing Association, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
ABC? Yeah, they're going to ban him for life.
We'll see. I've heard it. All right, let's move to Saturday night. Brooks Spence, right?
Yeah.
Big fight week. Showtime's going to carry the fight. 5:15 Eastern Time, 2:15 Pacific. Why should I be excited about this fight?
Well, look at if Spence wins, American boxing has a new star. I don't know if he's the star, but we have a new one. We always can use a new star, Lee, and he will be that guy. If Brooks wins, I think it's the next big fight in the welterweight division, Brooks versus Mayweather. That's just my opinion. But no, this fight next week has a lot of different ways it can go, and it's a win-win situation, I believe, for us, either guy who wins. I'm pulling for Spence. It's just I cannot truly pick him over a caliber fighter of Cal Brooks because he's never fought in them, and Cal Brooks has. Cal Brooks has fought in everyone. He's fought in prospects. He's fought in contenders. He's fought in the champ. He even probably fought the best fighter in the world right now, Triple G, and many gave him a lot of respect after that fight. So, and what is it, the second round? He is lighting Triple G's ass up. I mean, that round right there is like Cal Brooks' moment right now as a professional fighter. So he just has, in my opinion, he has the better advantages. He has the more experience in this type of situation, atmosphere. They're fighting in his backyard. Lee, the crowd is going to play so much into this. This is what I'm nervous about. I'm nervous that the crowd gets Brooks all the swing rounds, right? If they're cheering for him and the round is close, and let's say the bell rings and all 20,000 or 18,000 are on their feet screaming Brooks, I think the judges will give him that round.
Brooks is going to win this fight, Andrew.
Hey, if Spence is special.
If Spence is special, he could have made a name.
Out.
He could have made him a name for himself in the States.
We'll see how that one plays out. That goes back to you know.
I wouldn't fight anybody in England unless I had to.
I know.
I wouldn't fight Floyd Mayweather in Vegas, contrary to what Floyd believes. I think Floyd's gotten the benefit of the doubt more times than I care to mention. There's just certain places I wouldn't go and try to get that decision. And in this particular case, I wouldn't fight any top-ranked fighter in Las Vegas. I wouldn't fight any Golden Boy boxer in California. And I wouldn't fight any of Eddie Hearn's guys in England. Wait, this just in, Andrew. I've just signed a contract to fight the entire Eddie Hearn stable in Las Vegas. My side is signed. It's
just waiting.
It's up to Eddie Hearn and all of his fighters.
Ball's in his court.
They're scared. The ball is in his court. I've done everything I need to do.
Sounds good, too. It really does. I know. When I read it, we're like, uh-oh, Conor's serious.
Connor's not serious?
I know he's not serious.
Jesus.
It's going to be Nick Diaz, the third fight.
I'm literally just going to keep signing out. Like, yeah, you can just create contracts.
It's Nate.
Load them out into space. I have an open contract out there. Yeah. Bullshit. It's bullshit.
We have 7 days. We will see what happens in Brooks Spence. Oh man, it's going to be a hell of a fight, Lee. I don't know which Spence. Look at Spence. He has Chris Algieri, and Chris Algieri, is that enough to give him the advantage? I say no, but that's what makes this kid great if he pulls this off. Just like Davis, not on the same level. Obviously, Liam Walsh was not Cal Brooks, but just everything that Davis had to endure going into that first title defense. He's only got 17 fights. This guy, he still had the house looked packed. I don't know what the numbers were on Walsh Davis, but on TV, it looked like a decent crowd Davis was fighting against. And he knocks him out in 3 rounds. The kid's power is special. We got to know it. We're going to see if Spence's power is special on Saturday. He looks good, right?
I'll say it again. Gervonta Davis didn't fight anybody this past weekend.
You can say that now. But before the fight, the guy's number 1 ranked. He's undefeated.
Literally until about a week ago, Amir Khan was ranked number 1 by the WBC. I mean...
That's a good one. Yeah, no doubt. I hear you. I hear you on that.
I got McGregor signing phony baloney contracts. I got Gervonta Davis literally making haymaker punches to close out his fight.
But see, that's
what I got the Durrells throwing punches in the corner. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate the drama, and I don't even think you've appropriately addressed Adrian Broner being in jail yet.
Poor guy. He's in jail for contempt of being in contempt or something. It's weird. The judge is giving it to him now.
Sounds like a Raider crime.
Yeah, the judge is just all over him now. I think Brunner had dyed hair too. He looked kind of weird. It looked like a reddish, blackish thing going on his head right now.
Just in time, we're gonna get OJ out of jail, and now we're gonna have Broner in jail.
Hopefully pulls it together. This is what I talk about when I said, Lee, about them being money made before Pretty Boy. And I'll give you one more example. Zab Judah. To me, Lee, Zab Judah tried to be Mike Tyson.
The gun to the ring, Zab Judah?
Yeah. I mean, if you watch Zab Judah.
I was there ringside.
I know. if you watch Zab, he used to hang around with Mike after prison when Mike got out of prison a lot. Zab's in a lot of the background photos of Mike Tyson. Young man, really didn't recognize him until you look back and go, oh, shoot, that Zab Judah was with them hecka early in his career. And then I think he took on that character, and that burned his bridges in the boxing world real fast. He was special, his special talent, but he turned into that character way too fast. And I think Floyd really needs to turn it down a notch. And I know he won't. I know Money Floyd won't. But for his fighters, he needs to show them how I didn't start off being a jackass. And he really didn't. Floyd was not that guy until the De La Hoya fight. And I believe in the De La Hoya fight, he has to be, 27, 28 years old probably at this time. Yeah. These guys that he's bringing up are a lot younger, and they're acting like him already, So he's got that's about it. Everything else, Floyd seems like he's doing fine right now. He's brought up 2 champions. Both of them have defended their titles. So, yeah, Floyd is going to be a promoter here in the future. Or not even a promoter, a successful promoter, Lee. You know what I'm saying?
Didn't Conlon fight last week too? Are we not giving credit to Conlon for fighting? Or is he still coming up in Chicago?
Yeah, I think he just signed to fight. Stevenson fought. Shakur Stevenson. He had his pro debut. Also Benavidez. Who's the middleweight? Did you see the 7-punch combo? It was on. What's his first name? I know it's Benavidez. He's undefeated, 17-0 and 16. I think around the same record as Davis, but had a great knockout this Saturday. Super middleweight division. That's the division that has Gilberto Ramirez. I mean, when have we seen 2 undefeated Mexicans at 168, Lee?
Right.
So yeah, 7-punch combo. If you haven't seen it, people need to go Fox Sports. It just happened. Very, very. Could go up for knockout of the year. I mean, Lee puts like a shoe shine on the dude while he's going to the canvas. It was a pretty good knockout.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Anything else you want to talk about?
We had a big signing. Joe Smith is returning to the ring finally for HBO. Joe Smith's the one that knocked out Fonfara in 1 round and then knocked Bernard Hopkins not only out of the ring, but finally put B-Hop, the legend, in retirement for good. Joe Smith is going to fight Sullivan Barrera. Sullivan Barrera is the young man that went up against Andre Ward. Under 20 professional fights, was very green, but went 12 rounds with Ward and actually had some moments. He's had a fight since then, a win. And so now they're bringing him back against Joe Smith. That should be an excellent fight. And so that's coming up. Lomachenko, Salido 2. Lee, we called for it. We thought it was time for Lomachenko to go back and take that rematch. They're doing it. They're in talks right now. Miguel Cotto, Lee. Miguel Cotto leaves Rock Nation. We let that one slip.
Finally.
Right? They couldn't come to an agreement on a fighter, on a price, on a venue. They had all the wrong venues. Frisco, Texas, being the last one they wanted to put a Puerto Rican at. Makes no sense. No racism, people. I'm just stating facts.
Sounds kind of racist.
Cotto's leaving. Cotto's going Golden Boy. Mark my words. They already said it. I'm not calling that. They already said Cotto's going to be working with Golden Boy Lee for his next fight. Chavez Canelo. Oh, I'm going to keep firing them off. Okay. Chavez Canelo Lee. 1 million plus buys.
I want to know how many were done over the web.
I know. I don't know, but hey, 1 million buys, Lee. Canelo, he's the star. Okay, Keith Thurman, out 6 months, Lee. He said he had a hurt, what was it, elbow? I think his right elbow for the Danny Garcia fight. He wants to get that prepared while he goes on his run of defending his titles, possibly even fighting the winner of this Saturday, even though I don't think it happens if Mayweather comes back. But that's another story. Keith Thurman's out 6 months. Is that it? I think that one would be the final one, Lee.
Okay. And the quote of the week goes to Floyd Mayweather. At 40 years old, I'll kick off